Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Raul Reviews. On today's menu, we have Miss Marvel Season 1. Is it as bad as people say it is? How does it stack up to the other Marvel Disney Plus shows? Spoilers ahead, let's get into it. Based on the comics of the same name, Miss Marvel Season 1 came out on 8th of June with its first episode, with a weekly release schedule for the next 5 episodes. It stars Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, Matt Lintz as Bruno, Yasmin Fletcher as Nakia, Rish Shah as Kamran, Zenobia Shroff as her mother Muniba Khan, Mohan Kapoor as Yusuf Khan, her father, and Sagar Sheikh as her brother Amir Khan. The one big change from the comics, and again, I'm not well versed in her comics or her mythology, but as far as I understand it, is from the comics, she had these kind of stretchy powers where she could elongate her arms and her legs. Kind of like Fantastic Four's Reed Richards. In the show, however, she gets her powers from a bangle that she inherits from her grandmother, and that bangle activates her powers of light. Think Starlight from The Boys, but a bit more colorful. As is with all my reviews, I'm not going to go into the plot lines. I'm going to tell you what I liked and what I disliked about the show. Keep it clean, keep it simple. What I didn't really like about the show, and I think it has been a problem with a few Marvel shows recently, is the length of these TV series. It always feels rushed when you only have 6 episodes to tell a story. And that too, you would think each episode would be at least an hour long, but no, it's about 35 minutes to 40 minutes max if you remove the beginning recap and the end credits. The whole season could have used, at the very least, another 2 episodes. If not, then maybe instead of having 35-40 minute episodes, you could actually stretch it to an hour, have your 6 episodes, but have it an hour long. The shortened episodes, or these shortened 6 episode seasons, feels like they rush things. And this leads to what I like to call story shortcuts. For example, when they are all in Karachi and the veil to the Noor dimension has been pierced, how is it that the lead jinn, the lead clandestine, knew how to close it when just a few seconds earlier, one of her own people wanted to walk through it and got decimated? She also has no powers except the power of immortality, or rather not aging or aging slower. How is it that she is able to know how to close the veil, and not only that, with her dying breath says Kamran, and suddenly by closing the veil, her son Kamran gets powers? There's no explanation for that. I felt like it could have used a bit more time, which then leads me to my next dislike about the show: the villains. We all know, and our parents know, and maybe even our grandparents know, Marvel has an issue when it comes to good villains. If they had more time, they could have been able to flesh out the villains more. They would have been flesh out these clandestines, these jinn, their motivations even more. The other villain was the rogue damage control agent. I mean, they could have fleshed her out even more. Why did she do the things she did? What was her motivation behind that? Is she just a racist? What did I like about the show? Well, the cast were simply amazing. Hats off to the casting director, because you nailed it with each and every one of these characters. Iman is a revelation. She is perfect as Kamala Khan. And her parents, I mean, that was pitch perfect. I couldn't have envisioned her mother and her father being any other actor. Special shout out to her brother too. That guy was hilarious. As a boy who grew up watching a lot of Bollywood movies, it was a joy to see the great Farhan Akhtar being cast in a Marvel role. Even though it was just for one episode. Also, it was great to see Fawad Khan acting again. In the flashback episode, he played the great-grandfather to Kamala. Another shout out has to go to Adil and Bilal. They were the directors of episode 1 and episode 6. They have this kind of frantic style, and it really, really suited the show. They really stamped their style onto those 2 episodes. Another shout out, I'm doing so many shout outs in this video, to whoever picked the music for this show. It was brilliant. You had a lot of Pakistani music. You had a lot of Indian music that I grew up with. The costumes as well. The set designs. Loved every single bit of that. Overall, I have to say I'm biased towards this show. As you guys know, I am Indian. My people are known as Sindhis. We actually come from the Sindh region in Pakistan. Karachi is actually part of the Sindh district. My people were also part of the horrors of partition. When partition happened, we were told by the Indian government to move from our homes in the Sindh territory into India, leaving everything behind except the clothes on our backs and our family. While Kamala's family was told to leave India, our ancestors went the other way. I adore this show. Seeing the family dynamics, the overprotective parents, the way her father called her beta, till today, my dad calls me and my brother beta. So it was so joyous to see something that's been in our family for generations being shown, being represented on screen. Now, let's put my bias aside for a couple of minutes. This is a feel-good coming-of-age story with superhero splashes in between. And that ending, mutation? Come on! And of course, it's always good to see Brie Larson. This just falls short of being a mind-blowing show. Mind-blowing. It had all the ingredients. We just needed more time in this world. So I would rate this firmly in the good category. And again, I don't know why this show is receiving so much hate. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Where does it rank in my opinion amongst the other Marvel Disney Plus shows? I think it is definitely top tier. So that would put Miss Marvel, WandaVision, and Loki in my top tier category. What did you guys think about Miss Marvel Season 1? Mutation? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this episode, sub, like, share, comment, all those things would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.